Hello community! Just hours ago, OpenAI published here a press text to introduce the new ChatGPT education for universities. And I would have loved to give you here the technical, scientific details of this new AI system, but I just can't tell you what was the official publication by OpenAI. So let's start. The very first sentence in their press release was that it is a product placement in a new market segment for OpenAI. And the very first selling argument that they offer to their customer is price. Because they say, hey, this is the very beginning an affordable offering for university. So you're not focused on the quality of the product, you're not focusing on what the product can do. You say, hey, this is affordable. So, strong focus, price. And you address not the students, you address here the organization that pays for this product, and this is the university. And I asked myself why they start with this. And I understood that there is a direct competitor to this, and this is the Enterprise Edition by OpenAI, with high security. But of course also in a higher price segment for companies that are profit-oriented. And maybe some state university or maybe even some Ivy university do not have that much amount of money available. So OpenAI helps the university with an affordable offering. And please note, this is a press release with a strict focus on future customers. The second selling argument here in the very first sentence is responsibility. And again, OpenAI addresses here the organization, the university. And you know the university are here the tester, the very alpha tester of this new education system themselves. Because they create here the optimized content for OpenAI and they tell OpenAI exactly what the customer, they themselves as a university, want from the future product that they will pay for. So, from a business perspective, the product development costs are marginal for OpenAI. And I think if we only look at business logic and business strategy, this is a very clever positioning in the marketplace. Now let's come to the third selling argument in the very first sentence of OpenAI. And this is about differentiation against your competitor. We are in a competitive market. And again, OpenAI addresses here the organization that pays for this, the university. And it tells here the university, hey, listen, you can have a unique competitive advantage, given that you pay for this new unique product in your market. And your market is here, university, the education in general. And I thought, hey, wait a minute, but this is also about continuous learning, no? Executive education for CEOs, for CFOs. But this is just an idea that I had here. So you see the very first sentence that OpenAI gave us, since there's no technical details, this is interesting. We have a pure product placement in a new market segment, and it says, hey, I design a new product for a new market, for new customers, with almost no development cost, with great market dynamic insight that is given to me for free by the universities. I have no marketing cost since the university understand that this unique product will differentiate them from their competitors. And it opens up for me that I enter a new market. I have new customers and I have all the opportunities in this world for an upselling and a cross-selling. Like, I can offer later on premium models, or I have some dynamic prices if you pay a license for 10,000 students. And I said, for a first sentence, OpenAI, this is a professional work. Now let's focus on the second sentence. And yes, we are a little bit scientific today. The second sentence focuses here on the business operation. And there are 4 business operations that OpenAI addresses when it is communicating with its customers. And they say, hey, we have a product for the students, and we have a product for the researcher, and we have a product for your faculty members, and we have a product for the general campus operations. And you know what? I thought this is interesting, because if you just rearrange it, we have two clusters. We have the pure student research cluster. Let's imagine student want to become researcher. And then we have, let's call it the operation cluster, where you have the faculty members, where we have to do the assessment of the work of the student, the continuous evaluation, how a student develops, what is the latest insights, what a student might have achieved, and so on. And then you have those beautiful campus operation where the dean tells you, hey, yes, we have to take care about here all the infrastructure operation on the campus. And you know what? Students and researchers, now let's be optimistic. This should be the core business of a university, no? To teach our students to our best knowledge that we have, to give all that we have. Maybe they want to become researcher, and the operations. And the operations are all the administrative operation we have as a faculty, plus all those beautiful campus operations that have to be taken care of. And now there's a company that says, hey, this is one product we can offer to you as a university. So I think in the second sentence, you see what I mean? Hey, this is a strong offering. And you might say, hey, can it optimize my organizational cost that I have as a university for the tutoring, for the continuous evaluation and assessment of the work of the students? Will it reduce the time for the administrative staff? And will it increase the overall performance? So for a more profit-oriented success story that the university can sell to the public or maybe to their investors. So this sentence is a very strong second sentence by OpenAI. And yes, you guessed it, now we look at the third sentence. In the third sentence, you might say, okay, what is there? But there's something beautiful hidden. Look at this. This new offering includes security and control and is affordable. You know what happens? We have a sublime communication level. OpenAI tells the customer, hey, we offer security for you. We offer you control. You are in control. We have two strong emotional triggers. And you know what? This is an affordable solution for you because we designed it specific with your needs in mind, because you actually designed it yourself. But we will offer this to you with reduced cost. You don't have to pay for the enterprise edition. But for you as a university, we give you here better financial conditions that you can afford. And we give you a path to upgradable products. And maybe you want to become an Ivy League university, so you will need some individual adaptation, no? That are specific to your needs. And you know, we as OpenAI, we will be here for you. We will offer you for an unlimited amount whatever you want. So we have emotional triggers, reduced cost, upgradable path, individual adaptations, and which educational institution would not at least look at this offer? Talking about look at the offer, now OpenAI decides to give us an example, multiple examples. And this was kind of strange because this very first example you see here on the left side of your screen, OpenAI decided to give you an example for this education AI, and it focuses here on a very serious topic to reduce overdose fatalities at universities and in the community. And at the very first moment I thought I would have expected an educational topic to help the students learn, to provide more knowledge, faster access to knowledge, have a better feedback loop, check if the knowledge has been understood by the students. And then I thought, wait, OpenAI will have paid quite a lot of money to some professional communication agencies to put this as their first example. And it took me a minute till I noticed something deep inside of me. It is a third emotional trigger. We have now in the example to make AI accessible to students a very strong emotional trigger, and it is about safety. I don't know what you feel about this, but when the message is, hey, and we let's take this example that OpenAI published at Columbia University, we integrate AI into our community strategy to reduce the overdose fatalities. I think, yeah, whatever we have to do, we have to help the young students. We have to guide them, be there for them. And maybe if they have no human persons to talk to, not their parents, not their friends, not family members, maybe I don't know what, maybe at the very least, they have here a chance maybe to integrate AI into their community strategies here. And they say here they analyze the data, they synthesize the data, they inform interventions. So this is a strong emotional topic, but it projects safety. But also, as I had another feeling, you're not going to believe this, I said, now those companies, those universities were here the alpha tester. Is this really of the primary importance for the university, for Columbia University? And what other tests there were there for ChatGPT education, that they have chosen this very prominent alpha example? And I said, what are the universities? And this OpenAI writes, we built this education because we saw the success at University of Oxford, Wharton School, University of Texas, Arizona State University, and Columbia University. And somehow I asked myself, was this problem that they address here at this prominent place, was this really the most problem that they wanted to address at all of this university? So this leaves me in a kind of, I don't really know what to do with this kind of information, but it definitely set an emotional trigger about safety. So maybe you are more intelligent than I am here, but this is a really deep emotional level that they address here. And let's come to an end, and they say here, by the way, ChatGPT education is designed also for schools that want to deploy AI more broadly. Now, I don't know where you are in the world, but here in Europe, we have the university. And then below university, we have, if you're younger, schools, different schools. And I said, hey, wait a second. So in the last sentence, they tell us that they will scale their business strategy to a new market segment. And this is a very early entry point where they get into contact with their future customer. At schools, at a school level, at a very young customer level. And if you look only from a business perspective, you say, theoretically, you just need to diversify your proven product from the university level, and you bring it down to a new target market that is even bigger than your university market, schools. Schools all over this globe. Now, I think if you make AI available to schools in a controlled and defined way, AI can have significant benefits to provide knowledge to students. But we also should take into consideration that AI hallucinate. AI can give you incorrect facts. So this is something I guess that we as a society, that politics, have to decide to what level we let AI integrate into the education of very young persons. So there you have it. I had here a personal look at here the announcement by OpenAI introducing ChatGPT education. And since I had no further information, this is my take on it. But of course, at the end of this video, I have a personal note. And I decided to go a step further. And I put here this press release and put it into GPT-4. No, not Omni, just the classical GPT-4 Turbo. And I ask you to perform a profit optimization analysis based on ChatGPT education. And this is the result by GPT-4. It is talking about revenue generation strategies, subscription models, tiered pricing structures, volume discounts, customization, add-ons. It is analyzing here the cost management. It is analyzing here the cost for scaling this technology, for automation of services, otherwise require human labor, such as tutoring, grading, administrative support. This not only serves as a selling point, but also reduces the cost associated with these services for the university, potentially justifying a higher price point for entry in the university due to the cost saving it enables. Early adoption by prestigious elite universities, a global market reach, strategic partnership that would be possible to form. And in the end, it said, hey, from a profit optimization standpoint, ChatGPT education appears well positioned to maximize the revenue through a combination of scalable subscription models, tiered pricing, and aggressive market expansion strategies. Effective cost management through technological scalability and automation further enhances profit margins. And the challenge lies in maintaining the technological superiority against Microsoft and compliance standard to sustain and grow profits in a competitive and rapidly evolving market. And I thought to myself, interesting. So ChatGPT can really be your sparring partner if you want to discuss something or you want to hear a second opinion. But you always have to be aware, as OpenAI writes here for legal reason, ChatGPT can make mistakes. And I went even further, and this is just one screenshot I want to show you. Maybe you want to have your own experimentation with this. And I said, how can we further optimize here the strategic partnership idea, the sponsorship idea? What about corporate sponsorship? What about integration with commercial software? Let's say SAP for the financial performance of the university. What about demand pricing? What about performance-based pricing? What about further expansion into new segments for continuing education or professional development that is not taught at a university, but for other jobs? What about high school partnerships? Now this gets interesting, no? Because although there is a high level of security, the company itself, OpenAI, has to administer the data, your personal login, your personal record of your achievement at a university or in school. So OpenAI has the perfect overview of your development from a very early age. And you know what they call here this competition for talents that is going on. And I think this positions OpenAI itself, respecting all the privacy, respecting all here the security issues, in a unique market position to identify upcoming talents. And the conclusion was, by implementing these strategies, this is just an idea by ChatGPT, that OpenAI can significantly enhance the profitability of ChatGPT education. The focus should be on leveraging technology to create high-value, premium services that meet the specific needs of diverse educational institutions, while also exploring new markets and pricing models to maximize revenue and profitability. And you know what? I think ChatGPT is right. This could be the future for AI development. So there you have it. I hope it was informative. I hope you got some new ideas how you can see a press release that lacks any scientific values, OpenAI. And maybe you are interested to subscribe and have a look at my next upcoming videos.